Again, I'm just doing a wee bit of work today, and I thought I would share it with everybody. Here we go. What's this? What is this? The work is not this. This is technical. Technical issues. Perfect. Okay. Right. Nice. Is there any way I can, how do you crop on this? No. Alt. Yeah. No. Okay, perfect. Let's get this bigger. Okay, so I thought I would just do a project. Basically, you find some tables online because role-playing games, they're all based in tables. And what we're going to do is use the index match function and some others around between and count A, in order to have the computer, the spreadsheet, generate a whole here, a backstory, without us having to roll through it. So the source I'm using today is from Basic Fantasy Role-Playing Game, and you can find this in the Quick Character Creation Supplement. It's a BFRPG is a OSR, an old school Renaissance system, but it keeps it simple. Keep it on the simple side, which I'm a fan of. And so today I'm just going to be going through and using the functions to see what happens. So I already started a little bit up here. Basically what we're going to do is in the A column we have the first part of the table, which is the result of the dice roll, and then in the B column you have what the corresponding result is for the table, and we have our instructions here from the Basic Fantasy Role-Playing Game Supplement. For example, birth order, roll d10, and then 1 to 10 tells you which born child, which order of child you are. And over here in the C column, I'm using this as a helper column to just construct the units of the statement we're going to produce. So up here I've just got they are the, because we're imagining the sentence is going to say they are the 6th child of 10. You see. And in these helper cells, you can see we got some formulas here. Let's go through them one by one. So we have an index match here. The index range is A, these numbers, because this is what we want to get. And then we have our match function here. We're trying to find which number of row, we're telling it which number of row do we want, and we are getting a random rollback from all of the, considering all of the ones in the list. So ran between 1, which is the starting one that we want to start with, number 1, which will be the first row in the match range, B2 to B11, and the end point is going to be, well, found with count A. So because the round between function works where you put in 2 numbers and it gives you a random result between those 2 limits, we want a number between 1 and 10. So we find the 10 by putting in count AB2 to be 11, because what that does is it returns the number of cells which are not empty, which is 10, which equals the round between that we want. And so when we do the index, it's going to index, it's basically going to work out, and it's going to say index between here and here, and the range that we want corresponds with the number that is spat out by this round between 1 and 10. So we get our result. And then here, what we're doing is another index match. So the same as before, Control Z there. And what's going on here? We'll get to that. Another index match. Forget about the lower for now. Another index match where we take what we're looking for this time is the answer, and then we have an actual match function here to find the row, and what we're matching with, so the thing that we have is in C3, the number 10, and we're matching that with A2 to A11. We're saying take the 10, look for the 10, and return what's here. So let's have a look at, oh, and the lower function just means that it returns it without the capital letters, because we're going to put it in the middle of the sentence. So it wouldn't be very good if it was just an abrupt capital letter. So that's what the lower function is for. Okay, what's going on here? Right, so when we click on it, you can see the ranges are out of whack. That's easily solved. There we go. So then what we can do is just put in something like this. And what that's going to do is put C2 and then this string, which is a space, and C4 and repeat, 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 so that we get our sentence. So basically what I'm going to do is work through all of the sections on this chart, create these sentences, put them together in a paragraph, and then we'll get our random generator. And hopefully I'll be demonstrating all of the tools you need to get started yourself as an ExcelDM, taking these tables and creating these real-time statements about them. So down here, parent occupation. Okay, their father was a 9. Doing the same thing, index that and a random number. And so the next thing we want to do is just take our one from above, pop it in here, and matching with the same one, we're going to get craftsman / skilled worker, roll on chart, blah, 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 blah. That's going to be a little bit messy for our paragraph. So looking at the chart, it seems like there's some ancillary charts that they're rolled if you get this or this, so you get more of a variance, a variety. So what we're going to do is just in here, we're going to put something similar to this, so that in this table it's already worked out what the answer is. So what is it? Chart 2A. So that's this one here. So we're going to index one of these. And that's interesting. I could probably, that's maybe for the mother or parent of 2 things. So let's do this. Yeah, so what we could do, it's not really important. We can just delete that or add in another. We'll add in another occupation. How about that? And replace it with something. So round between 1 and count A, and we need to make sure that the rows match up, or else it'll be 1 out. So 1 has to 36 goes to 36, and so on and so forth. So when we do that, you'll see that this is now says glass blower, And we're just going to take this actually because we're going to have this as a more frequent option. And instead of that ugly thing there, we now have this nice neat thing. So let's just do the same thing, but okay, so here, actually here's a different, well, we'll come to that later. So let's do the same thing with this. So government, right? So find the government chart. It's here. We're going to index that. Run between 1 and count A, returning all the non-empty ones. Done. Sheriff/Shrive, and we will come to that. Okay, merchant, same thing. Index, you can copy paste. It's just 6.5 a dozen for me. Index B7, yeah, we want this again. And that's given us the merchant. Okay, so like I say, you can copy paste and just change the cell that we want. Index this. Between that and that. When we go back up, we've got that. And we're going to fix some of these. Don't really look like they look very good in a paragraph, so we're just going to go through and sort them at the same time. Okay, noble. Noble. Here we go. So I just sort of realized, so what we should do is look at our data. What's it telling us? So there's an issue here because we're going to feed in this data and this 1 to 2 isn't going to work out. So what we need to do is simply add in another row and do that. And I'm going to do that with all of this stuff here. So we need 3 for there and just 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just because you don't want every 20th person being a king. 9, 10. Okay. And then Baron/Landgraf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 6 and 17. Okay, cool. So now when we go back up here, the noble one. So we're actually indexing all of these. And we could just put ran between 1 and 20, right, instead of the count A, because we know there's 20 rows. But in the future, if I add more rows, it's going to be easier if I have this command. Just a wee bit of wisdom there. You know, intelligence is knowing what an index max function in. Sorry, intelligence is knowing what an index match function is. Wisdom is knowing not to use it in a fruit salad. We joke. Okay, father was a minor forester. We are. I just want to check here because we added some to the government role, right? So where we have the ducal advisor, that'll be it. Yeah. And it should have automatically changed. Yeah, see, like I was saying with the count A function. So that's what you want. Now, let's move on. So their father was a miner / forester. Okay, so the next part I'm going to do is all these slashes, right? We can do something like this. So we can do choose around between 1 and 2. I think you do it this way. There we go. So what have I done there? So well, choose and then round between, and we're wanting to choose between 1 and 2, but of the array that we're going to put in. So you can put in anything here. You could put in a link of cells, or like here I've just put in strings of text. But basically what that's going to do is, instead of having that slash which puts the labor of interpretation onto the dungeon master, we're just going to put in that choose around between, for example here too, peasant / farm worker. I'm just going to put in peasant or farm worker, basically. Farmer / fisherman, exactly the same thing. Miner / forester. And soldier / mercenary. Yeah, we got 3 here. Sage, scholar, alchemist. So sage, scholar, alchemist. Scribe, slaver, adventurer, actor, bard, courtesan. Okay, pagan / druidical. Now this comes from another table. So basically I'm just going to keep going. The joys. Now I'm going to add in crossbow maker. Here too. I'm going to change that to 3. Oh, did I do that up here though? So here, look, I put 1 and 2. It's a learning moment. I put 1 and 2, and I'm going to let the dog out. And it should be 3 because there's 3 options there. So I would never, in effect, get courtesans. So we're going to just put 3 there. And voila! Okay. So going down here, the animal trainer, beastmaster thing. We're just going to put animal trainer. And we're just going to put beastmaster. Okay. Armorer / weaponsmith. Same thing. Brewer baker. Artist sculptor. Musician. And I roll twice here. So we could probably well, don't have adventure, do we? Oh, these are crafts. Oh, well, candle making. Which is, what's it called? I don't know. So, just more of the same, sheriff or shrive. More than one, where have we seen that before? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Nope, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I already did this one. Oh, and then we can continue the string anyway, so both of them were advisors, so we can do that if we want. But we don't want the period. Yeah, Royal Jekyll Advisor, definitely. Here we go. See this? So I've done that by mistake. This. There we go. Cool. So see, now it's starting to, it's just going to spit out in one, but so Baron Landgraf, we are down here. Right. Cool. Parish / lower clergy, mainstream religion. So how would we do this? Well, what we do is choose rand between 1 and 2. Parish, clergy, lower clergy. And then we can put in all and we'll just put in religion for now. The same here. Another thing we could do is we could just have these as values. Keep it simple. If you can keep it simple, keep it simple. Upper clergy mainstream. Oh. Clergy of a heretical religion. The pagan juridical. Choose one between 1 and 2. Pagan. Pagan druid, or was the other one druid? Yeah. And then this one, elder gods. That's fine. But up here, if we just put in, so we need something that's going to fit here. Their father was a member of So let's do this. So we can do this too. These are all just little variations, so of the same thing, variations on the theme. So this way we get a member of the I'm gonna have that, and then put in our chooser in between. 1, 2, upper, lower, and actually if we just upper, lower, 3, we can put in our parish, and bish bash bosh, there we go. Member of the lower, well, we want to put the bracket there, not there. Druid, the that's fine. Okay, so now if we go back up here, we can see our original table is all good apart from barren land graph. So that's because, down here, we're just gonna have barren land graph like that. Oh, come on, what is this? No, doesn't know how to act. There you go. And then just a second. I'm not sure if this is gendered or not, so I'm just going to assume that they're two distinct titles. You probably, if you're irritated because these are all lowercase, then because it's fine. Archduke, Prince, and King. So change these again. Perfect. So the father was a sailor. Perfect. That's all we needed. Father was a scholar. Perfect. So next thing we do, so you roll a d20 here, 2A, and then we can go on to chart 3. So let's just, don't need these anymore. Just hide them for now. Let's go down to here. Okay. So roll d20 1 to 4 times for significant events in childhood and adolescence. So looks like there's a lot of data to tidy up here, and there are some ancillary tables as well. So we're just gonna go through this. Just like before, but it looks like we're good. But look, we've got some of these. Tidy that up as well. And for these rolled twice, which is a little bit irritating, I'm just gonna have I've got something up my sleeve. So we're actually just going to have it here basically roll twice like it wants you to. And if we hit F4, make those non-relative, so absolute references, we should get our things. Okay. Now let's just tidy up these. Wrong place at the wrong time. Political dissidents. 1 and 2. Theft. Got heresy here. 4 and 5. Now the thing to check here now is these absolute references. Yes, they include the new row as well, so it's fine. All good. Moving up. Others. Okay. One second. Hello? Bloody hell. Automated phone calling. Religious sect, acolyte, religious sect. Highwayman, bandit, pirate. 1 is 3. Humanoid, demi-human. Raider Invader. Ah. There we go. Okay, so noble. Sorry, index match again. Ah, but that's bloody hidden. Hidden into noble, noble, noble. Here we go. Just using lots of ways of doing the same thing. Forgot the county. Roll twice for 2 working together. So we got our first one. And we're gonna take yes. Oh. Take that and pop it there. And we should have our bandit and a nomad. Okay. Government. But we're gonna go find out. Here we go. Hey. And what we want is this one here. 59 to 66, remember that. Guardians. Cool. I think that worked. What's happened? Ah. Why is there no... There you go. Okay. So that looks good. Exciting. Oh, we've done crimes and misdemeanors. Done this one next. Relatives. Okay. Uncle. Aunt. Grandfather / mother. Great uncle / great aunt. Just gonna do this. Distant relation. Okay, now 3A. What we got here? Lived on the street / no guardian. Adopted by uncle. Adopted by noble. Like Annie. Okay, index. Oh, adopted by king. There we go. The clergy. Adopted by merchant. Same dealio. Adopted by merchant. Nomad / Cossack / barbarians. Centaurs, hobgoblins, deep ones, or other monsters. Okay. These are pretty specific. So how's this going to work out in the, well, we can continue here with Mage, Wizard, and Mage. Hedge Fund Wizard. Wicked, cruel stepmother or father. And just for the sake of demonstration. Because a wicked stepmother may not be cruel. And a cruel stepmother may not be wicked. So yeah. Monastery or convent. I don't think we need the adopted by. I forgot what the other one was. Mercenaries or Sconnects. Two monsters for now. Yes. Right, so we got some more index matches to do. We've got relative. Which is not in that direction. So we've already tidied all this up. Craft. All the way back up here. Okay. Okay, so we've done 3A, so now we can move on to the proper table. And what we're saying here is, we need to roll 1 to 4 times. So let's just roll 4 times 4. No, is that nuts? Firstly, we're going to roll between 1 and 4. We're just going to put F equals is, well, the first is always going to be 1. So if we put, do this, and this is greater than 1. Well, we don't need to do that. We can just put okay, we'll be fine. So this is our wee helper. It's telling us how many times to do it. So we always do the first one, so we can just go straight ahead. And oh wait, no, we can't. 1 sec. So as a child, there you go. And as a child, they blah, blah, blah. So got the structure now. So let's go and just clear this up. Orphaned. There we go. That's what we want. Orphaned and raised by the streets. They're raised by life on the streets. They're raised by themselves. Okay, so next, family killed by other roles. 1 second.
I need you to do that online for the Scottish National Statistics.
Okay, thank you.
They've asked you specifically.
Oh, nice.
The impact on COVID.
Good, thank you.
Okay, cheers.
To take part in a study, UK government understand the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on the lives of people in Britain. How long does it take? Between 20 and 30 minutes. I better get a voucher. We would like it to be you, Matthew. They've clearly got a mail merge going on here. Still though, it's pretty impressive. Oh look, on completing the study you'll be offered a £10 voucher. Excellent. Count me in. So, where are we now? Family killed by other. Yeah. They saw their family killed by killed by a friend. Cause of death of a relative. Roll on chart 3B or 3C. Okay. cause of death of the radio, a stranger, whatever, but cause of death of a, and here's the meta moment, guys. The meta moment. So we can have it choose ran between one and two, that or family here. Yeah, cause the death of a choose ran between 1 and 2. Index, no index. It's fine, and then this index between 1 and 1 there. There's that one, and then we've got the choose. Why has that happened? To decide. That one doesn't want to work either. Function choose parameter 1 value is 2. Well, that's because, yeah, so if we put in 2 here, seems to be working. Illegitimately raised by mother or by guardian. Okay. So we just put here. Oh God. Is that even how you spell it? Illegitimately by, and then this first one here we can change to mother, I think. Guardian. Legitimately raised by themselves. Nice. Okay. Apprentice and parent's occupation. So what we could say is apprentice has A, and then Josh put up here. But actually, no, I've seen that. Don't want the periods here. Second child, child of 7. Always bugs. There's always bugs. They are the firstborn of 7. Okay. We don't actually need these spaces, looks like. So down here, as a child, they were yeah, we're cleaning up this. Okay. Apprenticed in the craft of a mentor. I just want to see that soldier there. Soldier there. Okay, good. Okay. Chart 2. So I'm just in the same formulas over and over again, guys, because if you've never used these before, hopefully all the different examples can answer your questions and give you enough of the variance to understand the concept. One second. Okie dokie. As a child, I committed a crime. Where are we? Illegitimately raised by a member of the upper clergy of a mainstream religion. Apprentice as a bard. Apprentice in the craft of a musician. Mentor. Parent killed by relative or other. Okay, so choose between 1 and 2. Mother, father. They nice. Father, mother, both outlawed. They been lost there. need to distinguish between that. And then we run the crime table. Messenger bad news. We're gonna look at this crime table. Theft, assault, heresy, insulting, null, trespassing. Being the messenger of bad news. Okay, I think this. No, we weren't even doing that. Okay. Protected by the fairness, blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is where we are. Jealous sibling / rivalry. Okay. So I'm gonna put an if function in here, guys. So depending on if, right, if 9, as the number, is greater than 1, right, then jealous, and we're just to choose around between, right? Easier. Right, otherwise, if they are an only child, then they had a rivalry. With a right, and that's how this function. Lived a nomadic life. Oh, bloody dog wants it again. Can I help you? Can I help you? Bloody canine. Smell it, the dog. Oh. Just gotta make sure the grammar makes sense. Move to the big city. Gonna make this a lower. Again. Learned weapon usage. Cool. Let's just put in a wee 1 in 5. Sword, axe, spear, bow. Oh, a sword, an axe, a spear, a bow, crossbow. Religious and magical occurrence. Need to come back for that one. Commit a crime. They Yeah. Here we go. Of tax evasion as a child. Well, okay. Okay, so we're just gonna have a thing here. I'm gonna put alright, if that equals get a little moving thing here. If that otherwise nothing. Cool. So I can just drag this down. And now we got 3. And now we got 4. So I just need to and actually, since we can just do, if we just do that, if we do this, right? Before Okay, that's fine. Moving on to 4. Significant events in young adulthood, military service, other service, virtues, vices, religious experience, magical occurrence. Okay, cool. take a wee break now. I'll be back. Camera. There. Okay, I'm back for the second half. We're going to get this done in one. We are on chart 4. Right. So again, we're just going to start with the end and work backwards. So that's all fine. $17, $18, $19, $20. Just going to do that for now. So, virtue or vice. So we got one of our meta ones. Choose round between 1 and 2. First one is index vices. Round between 1 and count A vices. Or virtues. I'm just going to put an F4 on those. And we're going to iron these out when we get to the started their own sect, sent to religious school, discredited faith, blah, blah, blah. Involved in holy war, rule 4A. Okay, so involved in a holy war for a military service. Involved in holy war. Involved in the holy war, and during that time they index for A ran between 1 and count A military service. Just gotta change up the syntax, to be honest. Well, that's interesting. Let's do this. And choose nice. Just a big grant a I'll fix that later. Okay, going back up here. So develop the duplicitous choosed. is what we want. Simply bring this up here. There. Okay, so now we're on chart 4. So religious experience. Magical experience. Responsible for death of a relative or other. Oh look, we've got some here. 25% chance of success. Had a romantic affair, and if 4 equals 1, child, and we could go further, but we don't need to. Learned occupation. That's funny. Nice. So, where are we now? Well, that's pretty crazy. Alright, now we did this. Let me take this and put it here.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey dog. Yeah, it's like these flags. Just change those ones? No. No.
Cool. In or out? Okay. So we've done 4, and I think that's it. That's it for now. I mean, this is. Right, so almost done here. Now all we have to do is make our paragraph. Do it here. And basically we just take all this. And that's the basis of it. Yep. Put all of these cells together. This. All right, cool. Okay, now we're going to put in card 10. Space. Spaces here. We're just putting our full stops there. Maybe we don't need the full stops. Okay. I'm going to take the full stops out. And so now I want to put this into my character sheet. But yeah, there we go. So that's it for today, coming up in the 2-hour mark. And you can see that we have our generator. And it doesn't do much, but in a way, you know, it's just enough. Okay, well, that's been me, ExcelDM, and I'll see you next time.